We're back.
Definitely.
It's the Coffee Vanners. We're out in North Yorkshire. It's 4 days away. And we thought we'd do a catch up because there's been so much on the internet over the last 6 months. And we think people take caravanning too seriously.
We don't take it seriously. We just laugh it off.
I guess there's a lot of newbies out there, and they're all looking for give me more information. But there is a level at which you think you honestly just don't need it.
Nah.
Caravanning should be enjoyable.
Making memories.
It's not about stress and worry and all that sort of thing. So we thought we'd have a...
It's relaxation.
Yeah.
Because I chill out when we come away.
We always say when we go away in the caravan, what we do is the USB points are to recharge us and let us get back to a level where we run back to work and we're fighting fit. So with that in mind, I think we want to try and sort of dispel them myths of you've got to be everything, have everything,
do everything
in a certain order, and everybody's got their jobs and everybody's got their thing, because we don't. We just go with the flow, and it's every trip, and we've done that now for probably the last 5 years, really, haven't we?
Yeah.
We haven't got the best tech, we haven't got the best gear, we haven't got the best caravan, we don't have a system. We sometimes manage to make a list. Most of the times we don't. We have a habit of never being in a rush, because being in a rush is the biggest problem, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
that's when you make mistakes, being in a rush.
So let's tell you about our biggest mistakes. Number one, we went to the storage yard. We loaded the caravan up. We got to come out of the storage yard. We got to the road. We hadn't even booked the site we were going to. Just got it totally wrong. Wrong weekend.
Wrong date.
So what do? Made a phone call, sorted it out, everything done.
Just left.
And just left it off. What else we done? We've been to the storage yard, forgot the caravan keys. Done that a few times.
Yeah. Laughed it off.
We've gone without breakfast.
But not quite gone without breakfast. I had the hashed browns, I had the eggs, I had the beans. All I had was no bacon.
Or sausage.
Yeah, Alan says, where's the bacon and sausage? I said, in the fridge. He went, they're not. Oh, they are in the fridge. Back at home.
When we get to site, we don't have a his and hers. We have a you do the inside, I'll do the outside.
Yeah, that's all.
So we kind of get the caravan sorted out. I'll just sit on a phone till I've got all the legs down and got it level, and then we start. I'll bring the stuff out of the car that needs to come into the caravan.
And I'll
stay in the caravan, and I worry about outside. The awning and the canopy, whatever we're using, it's a one-man job. We don't. If I need a hand because something's got stuck or something, I'll give a hand for a couple of minutes. But we don't stress about it. It's not a divorce in a bag. It's an extra room in a bag.
Why do they call it a divorce in a bag?
Well, you never get involved, so you're never going to be a divorce. Well, we're not married for starters.
No, we're not married, but I help you take it down, and we don't get divorced.
And I think that's what's really important is people kind of do take things too seriously and do want to have all the gadgets and all the bits on all the sites, and sometimes it's just better to say, listen, I've got this stress when I'm at home. When I go to work, I've got all this stress.
You don't want up in your caravan.
As soon as we pull on the drive, I get out my works car and get into the bus to go and collect the caravan. That's it. We stop being working people and we start being leisure people, and we just leave everything behind, don't we?
Yeah.
So we don't bother. We don't bother that we haven't hoovered up that day, or the windows aren't clean that day, or the dogs, needs to have a brush that day. We'll do it tomorrow. And at the end of the day, it's not great hardship, is it?
No, this is our chill time, and I mean it really is chill time. You forget about home, you forget about work, you forget about everything, and we just like to chill.
I
Take
think
life in a slow pace.
I think the other thing comes from, or comes to, we don't plan where we're going to go. We plan the sites. We know which site we're going to,
But we don't know where we're going to see.
We don't know what we're going to do. So, I'll give you an idea. This morning, we got up this morning and it was a bit drizzly, very, very windy. So we kind of chilled out a bit. It was 10:30 before we finished breakfast, and then we thought, right, the sun's out. Okay, we'll take the canopy down today because we're going home tomorrow. It's a bit windy, so Ali helped me get it round and off the caravan. Then I'll come in to sort the caravan out, do a bit of washing up. I put the awning away in the car, and we said, well, where are we going to go? Well, we'll just go for a run. We'll just run out and we'll go wherever we go. And where we were going to go, we got to the top of Ribble Head, and he said
the road was closed.
Said road closed, so we couldn't go down into Dent where we wanted to go to start off with, without doing a massive diversion. So we just went somewhere else.
And then we decided we'd call in a pub and see if we could get a pint and a pork pie. And guess what? They're not open on a Monday.
So it's just the way it is, you know. I guess if we'd have planned, we'd have been a little bit upset. But because we hadn't planned,
we just laughed.
It doesn't matter. We just carried on back. We stopped at the pub at the end of the road. We had a pint, had a laugh, and come back to the caravan to record this video.
Yeah.
So I guess the moral of the story is, don't think you've got to have 2 Acro rolls, the fully serviced kit, do everything in the right order, have the cart jockey wheel, make sure you tighten your wheel nuts, make sure you take your tyre pressures, just chill out with it all.
Just don't stress out.
And do it as you would ordinarily do it. I check my tyre pressures once a week on the car. If I'm going on a short trip, I don't bother. If I'm going on a long trip, I check them. It's basically that, isn't it? You know, just using a little bit of common sense. Do we always bring the right clothes? No, we just throw some bits together, say that'll do for the weekend. If it's good, it's good. If it's not, it's not. And again, with the tech, we haven't got a 4G, 5G router and SIM card.
Nah.
To be fair, where we are today, you can't even get a TV signal half the time. As soon as the wind blows, the TV goes off, isn't it?
Another thing is, have a go of going off-grid.
Yeah, I think that the off-grid thing learns you to be a lot more relaxed about things, because things aren't there for the usage of. You don't have the fully serviced, you know, with your drain and your water. You don't have your power with your 16 amp electric. I'm a great believer that all caravan sites should be 10 amp. That way people wouldn't be sat glued to a telly. They can sit glued to a telly Monday to Friday.
I've learned you haven't got a hairdryer.
You know, come to a caravan site. The last thing you want to be hearing is Coronation Street from the caravan next door. You know, what you want to be doing is listening to the birds and the owls and seeing that, you know, the rabbits, the foxes, the deer, and all the other stuff
my rabbits have gone
that
now.
you get where you're out and about, you know, and pretty much just listening to the rain and the wind and everything else you get in a caravan. We're not. This isn't really it's not a rant, is it? It's kind of just saying to people, you know, you don't have to be so regimented and precise with everything, do you?
No. If you've made a mistake, you can always put it right somewhere. We have, and we've laughed about it.
Yeah, we've had some right concoctions of meals. We do make a list, to be fair, of what we're going to eat, so we only bring with us the food that we want.
It's going
allegedly.
We make a list for our meals, for how many days we're going to be away. And now, with me only working half a day on a Friday, it's going to be me who makes sure they're bagged up to go in the car for the caravan. And the first time I did it, I forgot the bacon and the sausage.
And we've forgotten all sorts of other things, haven't we? When we went down to the Anchor last year, we actually forgot toilet fluid. So first day of the holiday was a trip to the caravan centre to go and get some
Then
fluid.
when we went up to Scotland the year before, we forgot your T-shirt. We had to go out and buy you a couple
We've
of T-shirts.
even done that. Forgot, literally packed all the clothes, everything, all the towels, everything in the caravan. And Ali forgot to put my T-shirts in, left them hung over the bedroom door. So we got to the site and said, "What am I wearing tomorrow?" She goes, "Your T-shirts." I said, "Where are they?"
In the wardrobe.
And they were still in the wardrobe at home. So we had to go to Anak,
Yeah,
buy a couple of T-shirts.
yeah.
It's the way of the world, isn't it? You know, everybody. You can't be perfect at everything. We're actually perfect at nothing. We are the jack of all trades and master of none, aren't we?
Yeah.
You know, when we look back on our careers of sitting in a caravan, we first started back in, well, for me, back in the late 1980s when I first chucked the Sprite on the back of my Nissan Bluebird.
Same for me.
You know, that had no running water. It'd been converted from gas to a battery to run the lights. There was no toilet. Everything was
There was no bathroom.
no.
You had a hand basin and a portable toilet. That
Yeah.
was it.
If you had a portable toilet,
Oh, I had a portable toilet.
you know, you just relied on what you'd got and where you did. And now we've got, you know, beautiful caravans that so many people complain about. And let's be fair, these are pretty much home from home now for us. That you've got a lovely double bed with a beautiful mattress.
There, you haven't got to make it up.
Yeah, you know.
If you like us, you have one too many wines, you wouldn't get it made up.
No, but you know, on your bamboo pillows and your lovely quilts and your fantastic. It doesn't matter what heating you've got in your caravan, whether it's whale air blown or Truma air blown,
You've got it.
or your fancy, your fancy liquid heating from Alda. You've still got caravans have heating. You know, I remember the days when if you went out in November, the ice was on the inside of the glass, not on the outside. You know, it was camping in a box. It wasn't caravanning like we know today.
No.
And we just think caravanning is being taken too seriously. Let us know your thoughts. Do you think caravanning's taken too seriously? Do you think it's too gadget orientated? Do you think it should be more back to basics and enjoyable? I've no quibbles with people that love the top of the range caravans with their all the luxuries on a fully serviced pitch. In fact, I think for some people that's probably a good thing, but for us,
Sometimes full service pitch, you're talking £60 a night, and I think that's ridiculous.
well, there is the cost element as well, isn't there?
Yeah.
And you know, if you think what we're paying, £24 a night here. Yes, we've got electric, but we're water's on the aqua rolls, and we don't. There is facilities on site, but we've not used any of them. We use the
You've
caravan,
got our own.
and we think that's ideal for us. It's not ideal for everybody, but it is for us. And we also think that, you know, if you're new to caravanning, you need to find your way of doing things, not everybody else's way of doing it and everybody's way of saying you should do it.
Ali's way is, and it is Ali's way, it's not Alan's way, it's Ali's way. She will not pay more than £30 a night, because I can go in a hotel for 50.
And I think that's our choice. You know, that's what we like, and we've found some absolutely stunning sites.
Yeah, we found some fully serviced for £25 a night.
Oh, absolutely. We've found Offgrid at £2.50 a night.
Yeah.
You know, so
£2.50. Get in there. Only thing is, I couldn't use the hairdryer, but it didn't bother us, did it?
You make the best of what you've got. We see caravanning as luxury camping rather than.
It is, because you don't get wet in a tent.
It's not downgrading from a hotel. it's upgrading from a tent.
Yeah, and we've both done tenting.
So we've got it both. So anyway, that we just thought we'd get that video out there. It's not a rant. It was just kind of giving people our opinion that, you know, do caravanning your way, not everybody else's way. Do it the best way you feel comfortable with it. Whether it's you and your family, you and your partner, you and your next door neighbour's cat. It's all about caravanning your way, not about caravanning.
Doing how it suits you.
Yeah, yeah.
And nobody else.
Right. On that note, we shall say, take care, stay safe. Thanks very much for watching. Do please go and check out our sponsors who are Cover for Caravans, because they really do look after us. And thank you very much. We will see you in the next one. Ta-da!
Bye!